Imagine being a young boy, living in the house of God. The temple walls are old, silent witnesses to generations of prayers and rituals. You are small, unnoticed, yet dedicated to serving. This is Samuel. His mother Hannah had prayed for him for many years, and when he was born, she brought him to serve in the temple. Life seems ordinary, but tonight, everything is about to change. Samuel sleeps on a simple bed, a lamp flickering softly in the corner. The sounds of the night are gentle, the hum of distant water, the creak of the beams, the wind whispering through stone corridors. Then it comes, Samuel, Samuel. The voice is soft but different, powerful, alive. Samuel jumps from his bed, thinking it is the priest who mentors him. "Here I am," he says. Eli stirs. "I did not call you, my son. Go back to sleep." Samuel returns to his bed, heart racing. Moments later, the voice calls again. "Samuel, Samuel." Confused and afraid, he runs to Eli again. "Here I am," he says. Eli realizes what is happening. "Go lie down." If the voice calls you again, say, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." Only then will you hear God's message. Samuel nods, unsure of what to expect. He lies down once more, the shadows dancing on the walls. The voice returns, "Samuel, Samuel." This time, Samuel responds exactly as instructed. "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." And God speaks. The words are not loud or frightening, but clear, filled with purpose. God gives Samuel guidance for the future of Israel. Samuel listens carefully, a mix of awe and responsibility filling his heart. He knows his life is changing. He is no longer just a boy in the temple. He is God's messenger. The next morning, Samuel rises, thinking about the night. Eli greets him quietly. "God has spoken to you. You are now his prophet. Your path will not be easy, but be faithful and obedient." Samuel feels the weight of this calling. He is still young, but he now carries a responsibility that will shape a nation. Fear and excitement mix inside him, but certainty grows in his heart. God has chosen him. As days pass, Samuel learns the importance of patience, attentiveness, and humility. He watches the priests, listens to the people, studies the scriptures. But now, every sound, every quiet moment seems like it could be God speaking. He realizes that listening is as important as speaking. Walking through the temple, sunlight streaming through narrow windows, he remembers the voice in the night. Faith is not only about receiving instructions. It is about courage to step into the unknown. That first moment of obedience, when he responded to God's call, changed everything. Samuel's small act of faith opens the door to a lifetime of purpose. Samuel grows into a wise and faithful prophet. Kings seek his guidance. People look to him for direction. And it all began with a quiet moment at night, when a voice called a young boy to listen. This story reminds us that God often calls us in unexpected ways. He speaks in silence, in ordinary moments, in ways we might overlook. We may feel small, inexperienced, or unworthy, but faith is about courage to respond. Think about your life. How often have you ignored quiet nudges, subtle promptings, or moments that could be your own Samuel call? It might come during prayer, meditation, reading, or even in conversation. God's voice may be quiet, but it is persistent and precise. Samuel's courage to listen transformed him and the nation. If he had ignored the voice, history would have been different. Faith requires attentiveness, courage, and action. Samuel's story also shows the value of mentorship. Without Eli's wisdom, he might have been too afraid to respond or misunderstood the calling. God often works through others to guide us, to give us courage when we need it most. Reflect on your own life. Are there moments you've hesitated, nudges you've ignored, or small calls you've overlooked? Faith asks us to listen and act. Samuel teaches that even the humble, young, or inexperienced can change the world when they respond to God's call. Faith is rarely about grand gestures. Often, it is quiet, patient, and gentle. It asks us to respond when called, no matter how small or unready we feel. A whisper in the night, a subtle prompting answered with courage, can change your life and the lives of others. When we answer our calling, we open ourselves to purpose and destiny. Samuel's life reminds us of this truth. He became a prophet, guiding a nation, because he answered the voice of God in the quietest moment. Even a young voice can change the world when it listens. The boy who heard God became the man who shaped history. And you too have the power to answer your calling, however quiet, however small, and however unexpected it may be. If this message resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more Bible stories and more first steps in faith.